Coming up next on BBC Two, it's the Brad Wodo stream. But first, it's time for What's in the Lunchbox?
That's right, it's time for another round of What's in the Lunchbox. What could it be? Is it a turtle? Is it a dream catcher? An old piece of gum? Empty packets? Oh my god, I have a green tea waiting for me on the side. And I forgot about it, which means it's been soaking forever, which is disgusting. Which plays D&D guest GM Leah? One spicy chicken nugget. A ball of paper. One slice of bread. What could it be? Twitch plays D&D guest GM Leah. Another round of sickness from your sister's demon child. I believe I'm sick again. Couldn't be happier. It's not like I've got important things to do. It's not like I've got other stuff on. Absolute pure cholera. The return of host Sick Brad. Oh my god, dude. Woke up this morning sneezing and was like, that's weird. And then I was doing a workout and I was like, this is fucking difficult. This is not normally this difficult. What's wrong with me? Oh, what's wrong with me? And then I was snotting, runny nose all morning. And I text my sister and was like, has your child in-sickened me again? And she went, oh yeah, he had a runny nose last night. I never want to see that child again. Keep that thing away from me. Jesus Christ. So, hoping it's not a bad one. Anyone else had a cold this week and it started with a runny nose? This little motherfucker gave us all COVID. He gave us all COVID a month ago. I just got over it. It gave me an infection in the side of my head that has just gone away, and now I'm like, oh, it's going to come back because it hasn't. I bet it hasn't fully cleared. You know? And this little bastard, dude, I knew it, dude. He was jumping all over me. He has like fucking hardcore ADHD. He was like, he just goes fucking crazy. You know when you can tell that someone can't control their energy? He was just going absolutely ballistic and like jumping all over me. I'm sitting there trying to play, what's the same game? The exact same game that the other one wants me to play all the time, where you drag the music onto the thing. What is it called? Not called Funko Pop. What the fuck is it called? Anyway, I'm sitting there trying to play this fucking game quietly in the corner, and the other one's jumping on me. Gave me sickness. It's all good. I had 2 sinus infections and migraines twice this month. Ugh. It's just what I needed, man. It's just what I need. I got 2 weeks. 2 weeks before something big happens in my life. In fact, I've got 2 weeks. I got less than 2 weeks for one big thing, and then 3 weeks, kinda, for another big thing. And I have until next week for another big thing. All 3 of these things are unannounceable. Bear thinks it's my campaign. And maybe. We'll see. I can neither confirm nor deny. Bear's gonna be disappointed. At least one person in here with a B at the start of their name is gonna be disappointed. Anyone in the UK had a cold this week that started with a runny nose? I just need to know what I'm in for. You know? I've got to make an ad. Oh, thank you for reminding me that I have to do that. When am I going to do? I'm going to do it today. I have to do it today. Because I don't know what sort of state I'm going to be in for the rest of the week. As long as it's not as bad as the other one. If this is COVID again, I swear to God. I'm out, dude. I'm out. I'm just gonna I'm jumping in the river. Can't be bothered. Hi, Acorn Bandit. Hi, Ratrosphere. Hi, Booster Greg. Hi, Pumpkinberry. Look, the streamer. They're all in here. They're all in here. Never raided me once, these people. Never raided me once. These people. Oh, I love being on the English time zone where all of my friends are American. Raided you 5 minutes ago, I know. I raided you offline. It's a trick. Yeah, man. So I don't actually feel too bad, but you know, that's not how colds work, is it? You notice it and you're like, oh no, I think I've got a cold coming. And then 2 days later, you're like, kill me. And then 2 days after that, you're like, oh, why won't this thing fucking clear? And then a week after it, you're like, cool, I still have an infection in the side of my fucking head. I hope that goes away. And then 3 weeks after it, you're like, okay, that fucking infection's kind of cleared. And then 4 weeks after it, you get another cold. I just don't want to be sick anymore, man. I was sick for 6 months. I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if I mentioned it. I was sick for 6 months straight. It was crazy. And then I was well for 1 month. And then I was sick for 2 weeks. And then I was well for 2 weeks. And now I'm sick again. My sister sent me a message. I said, is your child sick in me? She said, yeah, has a runny nose. Only started last night. I said, God damn it. She said, do you have the immune system of a Victorian peasant? Yes. Yes, I do. Exactly what I have. First of all, we are Victorian peasants, sibling of mine. Trying to pretend you're not. As if you weren't also brought up as a Victorian peasant like me. Second of all, yeah, my immune system is non-existent. It's fucking annoying, man. Children, how do they have so many sicknesses? Also, my sister is like, why do you catch them? Children's sickness is different to adult sickness. It shouldn't affect you as badly. And I'm like, and then we found out it was COVID. To be fair, the last time she did go, she said that, and then she got really sick too, and was like, okay, I'm sorry. She needed to go to Catholic confession and apologize for that one. Shaiko, thank you so much for the 17-month resubscription. So yeah, man, it's cool. It's all good. If it gets bad, I'm gonna literally take the whole week off. Because I don't, my problem is I have a lot of stuff that I need to be using my brain for this week, for the next 2 weeks. I can't tell you any of it. I know that in your head you're just like, oh, he's only talking about his Table Story campaign, and I'm not. I have another thing that is full brain power. And I don't know. I mean, it's literally this month. It is quite literally less than 2 weeks away. And I couldn't be less prepared for it. And I don't know, you know, I have to study for it. It's nuts. I feel like a child again. It's proving how much my brain doesn't work as well. It's crazy. Street Lamps, hi my friend. Thank you for the 60 months. Let me see what it says. I can't stay for the stream, sadly, so I'm just popping in to say thanks for being so open about your mental health over the years. I was a teenager when I started watching your stream, and it was the only time I felt seen since no one in my life talked about this stuff. So I think it was really important. Oh God. Oh God. You can't do this to me on a day where I have a sickness. Street Lamps. Well, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing all right. And congratulations on no longer being a teenager. It makes me feel old. Yeah, swing by. You don't have to keep giving me money, dude. You don't have to keep giving me money if you can't watch the stream. Live your life. Be free. I've cured you. I have given you the gift of mental cure. Fly, my child. Fly free. Yeah, thanks for the cash. I'm glad that you got something out of this stream. I haven't. I think if anything, you people have destroyed my mental health. Worse. I'm stuck. I can't leave. Yeah, you're in hell. I can't do it. Anyway, yeah, man. I'm like, maybe I'll just have like a little bit of a runny nose and feel a little run down for a couple of days. But I mean, a lot of the time when I feel a little run down, it has a pretty crazy impact on the rest of my life because I'm so mentally weak right now and I can't afford therapy. So I sort of always prepare to be curled up crying on the sofa watching. I need something to watch. I don't know what to watch. Because when I was sick before, I caned through like fucking Iron Fist or whatever, right? I watched all that shit. But I've done them all now. I'm literally on the finale of Jessica Jones season 3. Just abysmal. But I need some easy watching, you know? I need some easy watching. I have to have a look. I saw there was a new season of Kitchen Nightmares, but I don't know how to watch it. I don't know where to watch it. Is it on Disney? What's it on? But like, that's what I need, you know, brain dead fucking bullshit. We have the F word on Gaggle as well. So if I'm not dying, we'll watch some of that this week. Maybe on Friday we'll do some Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, would I lie to you and stuff? It needs. I sort of feel like it needs to be a bit more engaging, but I could watch that kind of shit. Yeah. Westworld? No, I don't think I'll bother. No, I don't think I will. So yeah, prepare for potential disruptions to stream. I could do a work along like PB does, but PB's like work along thing is a vibe. I think with me, it would just I would be too aware of the fact that I'm streaming, and I feel the desperate need to be entertaining because I'm like, oh, I'm wasting everyone's time and everyone hates me.
And I'm coming.
PB doesn't really care about that kind of thing, so famously doesn't care about anything like that. She also has like a cool fucking rig, little fucking VTubing rig thing. Like it's a ping tube, whatever. I thought I would too, and it was definitely weird at first. Yeah. Well, I didn't even get to watch the last one, the last iteration of it, because you banned me from watching the stream because you were prepping Don't Die. Do I make Ratch play Final Fantasy X? No. No, he can't be trusted. He needs one. No, just forget it, Kyoki. He's written off. He won't. No. He won't enjoy it, and that will ruin your relationship. You know, because he'll play like 4 hours of it out of an obligation, and then he won't enjoy it, and he'll turn it off, and he'll never pick it up again. And then for the rest of your life, you'll sort of subtly hate him for it. And you know you will. And I know you know that because it's what would happen to me if I was in a relationship with Ratch, and I was like, you should play this game that I love. And he went, nah. And then I'd be like, all right, well, you didn't enjoy it. That's cool. But deep down, it would be the first fracture in the end of our relationship. Yeah, Supernatural. I did like a watch through of the whole of Supernatural, though, didn't I? I watched like a good fucking chunk of that not long ago. I don't want to do Supernatural again. I don't like watching stuff twice. Remember, you know, that's a you people thing. I will do it if there's been enough time and I really loved it. If there's been enough time though and there hasn't, it needs to be like about a decade, by the way. Hi Pinden, thank you so much for the 42 month of my pal. Supernatural second time would be rough. Yeah, I could watch. I don't know if I want to ruin Smallville. A bit of me feels like if I watch Smallville again, it will ruin my memory of it. There's a couple of shows that I think are good for that kind of brain dead watching that I think I might have in my list. You know, I've never watched Grimm. Maybe I could watch that. Superman and Lois. I never watched that. What about that one? How is that one? I really love Superman. But I really fell off those fucking CW shows. After like season 7 of The Flash or something. I don't even know if I made it that far. And you were just like, you know, what are you going to do, Barry? Run? Oh, are you running? Who are you running against? Oh, someone's faster than you and can also run? And now we need to fucking fill 24 episodes of this. And it was just unbelievable. I think it's time for me to do another rewatch of JoJo. I think I'll watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's what I'll watch. I'll watch the whole thing. And then at the end of this week, because I'll vanish and you'll be like, where's Brad? Oh no, he's dead. And I'll come back next week and you'll be like, oh my God, were you sick the whole week? And I'll be like, yeah, it was awful. I almost killed myself 3 times. But I did watch the entirety of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And then you'll actually have a reason to come back to me. Because I'm actually starting to get concerned about the fact that I took 6 months off of stream. Now, I didn't take 6 months off of stream, but in my head I did, because I only streamed for a few hours a day. And a lot of it I had to take off. And I'm just like, every day I take off, I'm like, well, I would unsubscribe from this shit. So, stop fucking being sick. Can I just stop being unwell for a while? You know what else sucks? Being unwell. I fucking hate it. I feel like shit. fucks with my mental health. I'm like a fucking frazzled mess. I just sit there all day playing Marvel Snap and trying not to fucking jump in the fucking River Thames and swim to the bottom and shoot myself in the head with a harpoon. Watching some bullshit I don't want to watch and thinking about how much work I'm not doing. It makes me crazy. Be sick for 6 months and tell me if you ever want to be sick again. Because it's like I'm like, I've done my time. I did my whole life's worth of sickness in 1 year. I should never have to be sick again. This is crazy. I hate it. I hate it. Kyoki, watch Severance, please. This is why I stopped with the telly. I think, was it? Or was it a crippling addiction to a roleplay game? You fucking lying bitch. Get the fuck out of here. PB, get on a plane. Bring me the Jesus blanket and some chicken soup or something. I haven't got any food in the house. I might actually pray. I might actually do some praying today. I've never prayed in my life. I might pray to a God. All of them. I'll pray to all of them, one by one. It's going to take me a few hours. I should be like, please make this not an intense sickness. Please just make it be like runny nose for 3 days. Shut the fuck up, PB, and get on a plane. We looked up flights. It's weirdly cheap. Maybe it's only cheap to go to Canada. Because Canada's about to fucking explode. Final Fantasy 14 is probably going to be my savior. I mean, I can always do FF14 and crit roll. I can watch the 5-hour Suikoden crit roll, and hopefully by the end of those 5 hours I will be cured. I could bring you Okino and Soba. I had Soba yesterday. I was going to tell you about it and completely forgot because we were talking about Severance. And Wax Steven made me do work on my day off. On what turns out my last day off before feeling incredibly unwell for the rest of the week. You know what I'm happy about? Clip this. I don't have a sore throat, which was really awful last time. I hated it. It was the second worst part. The infected face was by far the worst part. Does London have an Okinawan place? Almost definitely. There's got it. I mean, it's got everything. You just got to find it. Let's Deliveroo you some safe food. Doesn't exist. Yeah, it's over for me. It sucks. I have to continue just cooking my own food and everything all the time. I did find a yogurt. I found a yogurt I can eat, which is incredible. It's been a long time. Like one that's tasty and not just like vanilla. So I've been eating that. God. It's time to continue Heavensward. Yeah, I've played a few hours. I just haven't really sunk a fucking chunk of time into it because I've been doing a couple of other things. Secret things. 3 secret things. Well, one's not a secret. One is my Table Story show. My upcoming Table Story project number 33. A second secret thing that requires me to do studying. When I fucking appear on this stream in... ...7 months with a doctorate, you're all gonna shit yourselves. But it's required me to do actual studying and I'm dying. It's so fucking hard to do. And also it requires me to like do the thing where you talk to another person for several hours of a day, where you're in a, let's call it a classroom. And you're physically in a room with other people and you have to have sort of social time. And then I do that and immediately get indoors and start the stream and have to do what is essentially another 3 or 4 hours of social time. And then I'm fucking dead. And then I sit there and I'm like, I have to write some stuff down for upcoming Table Story Project 33. And I start doing that. And I swear to God, man, it is killing me. And then third secret element of my life has been taking up a good portion of it. A solid portion of my life. No comment on that one. It's Marvel Snap. Hazard Jake, thank you for the 53-month resubscription. I'm sorry you've been struggling with feeling well for such a long time. I hope you feel better very soon. All the best. Only kidding. Die, bitch. Die, die, die. I hope you die. What the fuck? Why would you say that to me? Hazard Jake. That's fucked up, dude. You're messed up. You're a messed up person. Nice. Protect the voice. Not like you're going to VA a goblin for half of the day. I refuse. I've written him out. I've written him out of the episode. When my kidneys failed and medical anxiety, I felt like shit for 3 years. I was doing dialysis 3 times a week and working 50 plus hours. Things got better and watching your stream helped. It was the distraction I needed. Okay, first of all, now I have kidney failure. Thank you for that. Second of all, that sounds worse than anything that I had, and I'm sorry for complaining about anything that I've ever done wrong, or ever, if I ever say I feel, oh, I've got a runny nose, or oh, I was sick for 6 months and it was awful. I lied to you and I'm sorry. I apologize. Because it wasn't that bad. And I need to just nut up and not be a fucking pussy about everything all the time. Alright, we get it, Miko. I'm a pussy, okay? We get it. I'm a pussy. And how could you afford all those burgers? What are you, born into money? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You were on fucking kidney dialysis while watching this stream? You were buying me and Orcish burgers? What the fuck? Do I owe you money? Months I had to stop and catch my breath if I worked more than 30 miles, meters, minutes. Minutes? Yeah, I was like that last year. It was fucking crazy. We were talking about it last night. I've had to really like rebuild up my stamina and strength and stuff again. And it just feels so alien. You feel like an alien in your own body because you're so used to your parameters. You feel them like you feel yourself get weaker as you get older, especially if you're not like doing any sort of exercise or whatever. But you do have a general feeling of what your capabilities are. You know how strong you are. You know how long you can walk before you get gassed out. You know what I mean? You know all that kind of stuff sort of on instinct. And when you spend 6 months just being really sick and like weird things are happening to your body, like it's just being ravaged by like weight loss and shit or whatever the fuck it is, you just think you can still walk for 30 minutes and it's like nothing. I wouldn't even be slightly out of breath. Meanwhile, there's me doing a walk every day with Liam, like, you need to carry me home, I'm dying. It was fucking nuts. It's fucking weird. It's really, really strange. It's a very strange feeling. And like just not being able to do press ups and stuff. It's just nuts. It's so weird because you feel like you've been put into someone else's body. You know? Like if you're like you're on press up 4 and struggling and you're like, did I Freaky Friday with someone else who's a bitch boy? What the fuck is this? 30 meters. Yeah. Did you end up carrying you? Good job, Plumrock. No, it wasn't that bad, but there were a lot of days when I was extremely gassed out. Today I was gassed out. I went for a walk with Liam. I mean, here's the thing. Today I have not really got anything to complain about. It's just that I know I'm sick. The last time I felt like this was that Thursday before we did one of the episodes of Non-Effort, I think. And I was like, oh, I think I'm sick. And then on the Friday, I was like, dying on Non-Effort. And those two were like, ha 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 ha, you pussy. And then I had a week of just feeling horrendous. And I'm like, oh God, am I going through that again? Do I have to do that again? Or, you know, is it just going to be a couple days? Or is it going to be worse? This is the other thing, is that I now have this new fear unlocked where I thought I was going to be sick for a week last June. And it just kept going. And I was like, well, this probably will be the last week of it. And then it was another week of it. This will probably be the last week of it. Another week. Weird. And scary. And annoying. The orcish body swap. Press-ups? Fuck that. I do push-ups. Oh yeah, push-ups. Sorry. I normally translate for Americans. Alright, Miko. Well, you're just a better person than me. You know. I wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. I'm kidding. Oh. It's the Sephiroth theme for some reason. Not the Kuja theme. Gotta eat. So I've eaten quite a lot. There's the cough. Yeah, I got up. I did a workout. I skipped the last 10 seconds of my workout. I won't lie. I was knackered. It was really hard to do. And then I was like, I think I'm sick, so I ate as much food as I could. My problem is I don't have, the only like vegetables I have is spinach. How do you cook spinach? I never cook it. I eat it raw. I know that's fucking... That's how real men do it, you know? Boiled up and raw, baby. Are you allergic to orange juice? No, I've not been. I'm going to. Here's the thing. I've been planning all weekend. I've been living like a little fucking Skaven. This is the other problem is I didn't realize I was getting sick, so I've been eating like shit. I've been eating like a Skaven. I've just been living off of the rations, just whatever I find in the cupboard. Just like shit bits of food and burgers and stuff. And because I knew tomorrow morning I have a fucking eye test. When I went in and got my fucking glasses fixed, remember they broke for no reason? I booked an eye test, but I booked it for when I didn't feel sick anymore. Because remember last time when I was sick and my glasses exploded and I was like, I had to fix them by myself because I couldn't go outside. So I booked an eye test in. That's tomorrow, which is hilarious because they're going to think I've been sick the whole time. They're not going to care. They don't know who I am. That's tomorrow. So I was like, well, I have to go into town tomorrow. So I'll just do a big shop when I'm there. So I put off doing it this weekend, which means the only thing I had was, just like burgers and stuff. But I have loads of spinach. I bought like 2 big bags of spinach. I've been eating nothing but spinach all weekend. Fucking Popeye. Cooking spinach absorbs the nutrients. I'll tell you what though. Spinach is nice the first couple of days you get it. But the next couple of days it gets kind of dry. It's like, it literally is hard to eat. I'm just sitting there like... So I was like, maybe I'll cook it up. But if... so I just don't want to cook it. Alright. Dip it in hummus. Fucking... I'm going to throw up. Disgusting. Foe will kill me. What am I going to make that from scratch? No, dude. I'm going to order it. Death. Can't do it. De-stem. Toss spinach in with ground beef and saute it that way. But you've removed all the nutrients. The only reason I'm eating it is for nutrients. So now I have to eat it. I'll just fucking choke it down. It's fine. I can choke it down. I haven't got any soup. A curry, almost every fucking ingredient in curry gives me an allergic reaction. It's fucking annoying, man. My life sucks so bad. My life sucks so badly. It's absolutely hilarious. I'm genuinely being tortured by God. Chickpeas, haven't got any. Lemon, haven't got any. Ginger, haven't got any. You guys are not listening to me. I have what I have in the house. which is only spinach. You're like, oh, you can make it taste better by adding other ingredients. Well, if I add other ingredients, I'm going to go and buy the other ingredients. If I'm going to go and buy other ingredients, I'll just buy other stuff. And this isn't a problem anymore, is it? I'm literally going to slit my own throat one day on stream, live in front of you people, and just make you watch it. Traumatize all of you in my last moments and be like, fuck you. Enjoy this. Just watch a man die live on stream. And it's going to be because you just didn't listen to me. A psychopath. I'm sick. Leave me alone. Spinach and water soup. I mean, just the most. A Victorian child returns. PB's been Googling Okinawan food this whole time. There's some cool looking Japanese places. Send me one, I'll go to it and report back. I gotta be careful with Japanese stuff because a lot of it they cook in. I gotta be careful of all like tempuras and shit. But I don't know about soups. It's hard to say. Some of the like MSG shit they put in to make it taste nice. I'm allergic to. Usually just not worth it, but I can try. Maybe you should just like spinach. I do like spinach. No one's listening to me again. I'm going to fucking jump off the top of this building. The spinach is dry. It's dry. It's hard to just eat. I'll put it in water and then eat it. Can I reinflate spinach with water? What does steamed mean? How do you steam it? Put it in a... Put it in a sieve over some hot water. And then afterwards put my face over it. Good morning all. I made a very good chicken and rice soup the other day. Cool. Thanks for letting us know, Big Priest. Tune in tomorrow to find out what Big Priest ate tonight. I want that to be what you do all the time, Big Priest. Just come in and tell us what you ate. And no context. Even if we ain't talking about food. Can you shove a fist of spinach in your mouth right now? I'll do it for 50 subs. From Plumrug only. How much is that? I'm going to bankrupt this motherfucker for just fucking demanding shit. That's £200. Fuck. It will count towards the spin wheel, at least. When you steam spinach, it wilts and gets soft. Half-inch weight rover, medium heat, covered with a lid in a pot. That sounds like too much effort. I'll do it, but it sounds like too much effort. I'll do it in the hopes that it makes me feel better, which it won't. It's too late. If I can reduce... By the way, I've taken... Remind me to do supplement review, by the way. We have to do supplement review before the end of the month. Okay? I have supplement review. Do I still have the intro? Jump scare. Subjective supplement review. Okay, I made that and we didn't do it. Subjective supplement review. Because I don't know anything. I said I'm not a dermatologist. Have you tried spinach? I hear it was good. Half an inch of water in a pot. Dump the spinach in. Just make sure it doesn't boil. For how long though? 20 minutes maybe. But that's the same as just cooking it, isn't it? That's what Plumrug told me not to do. I don't know why we're listening to Plumrug, but I'm gonna trust that he's insane. I'm sorry, my fingers are something this morning with the typos. Okay, I see it. Oh, you just allowed it through. Who allowed it? Did you allow it? Who allowed it? Mods don't give a shit anymore. There's got to be a foreign. It was definitely Gabriel. I think we can all agree. It was Shadow, dude. You fucking foreigners, man. Like, this word is okay, yes? This word is fine. We say it all time. Is in English. It means nothing in my language. I don't mind. I don't care, by the way. You're good. Flash boil it for 5 seconds. It's still crunchy. I need it. I don't care if it's slime. I don't give a shit. What I need is the nutrients out of it and for it not to be so dry that I actually like struggle to eat a bag of it. What I want to do is re-inflate it. Re-in-waterize it. If you suspend the spinach, suspend makes me think you're doing that thing that fucking guy did, Ebony Moore did to Doctor Strange, where you suspend it and they're like, ah! They're in the air and they're being pulled apart. If you suspend the spinach in a colander or something like that, it won't cook the same as actually boiling it in the water. Suspend. A villain. If you use the word suspend in a sentence, you're a villain. Or like a school teacher. Suspend! What was the word that PB used recently that made me laugh so much because she used a word? What was it? It made me fucking cackle. She used a word in a sentence that should never be used in a sentence and belongs in a textbook. Have you ever tried a vinaigrette? Not really, no. Not really. I have just normal vinegar and that's it. I don't have I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna steam it. I'm gonna rehydrate it. Thank you, double Q. Well, I am a school teacher. All right, I'll allow it then. Look at that. He's still got it. Just hold it in your hands above the water and steam until done. Got it. It was fuck. You made a joke about Tuesday in science. Yeah, it wasn't a normal word. It was a Redditor word. God, what was it? Just soak the water in spinach. I think that would work as well, April. Oh my god. We found Shields. I still don't know how to say your name. Special interest. When you steam really any vegetable, it preserves more of the nutrients because there isn't much liquid involved. When you boil something, lots of nutrients leach into the water. Right. I'll learn how to steam spinach, okay? Look, I'll write it down. And I'll report back to you in a week because there's probably not going to be any more streams for the rest of the week because I'm going to be crying and losing my mind. Oh, God, I have to fucking just be in a constant state of anxiety for the whole week. Cool, yay. Fucking dickhead body. Your dickhead crew. Alright. Steam. Speaking of Steam, I'm going to buy that game. I'm gonna pre-purchase a game that I saw that looks like Vampire Survivors. Like it's called Genesis or something like that. I bought Spider-Man. Oh no, I've just realised. PB, what if I'm sick on Tuesday? What do I do? He doesn't give a shit. She'd be so happy if I'm like, oh, I don't think Rogue Genesia. Rogue Genesia. £8 currently. You know what that is, chat? You all know everything about games. We are going to play some D&D in a minute. Rogue Genesia. Rogue Gen Z. It's one of these. I'm buying it right now. It's 34% off. One of these Brotato things. I'll buy that as well. £9 to buy Brotato and Rogue Genesia. £9 right now. These might have to be what get me through the next few days if I'm laying on the sofa. I got so cracked out on a couple of these. Death Must Die. And What was the dwarf one called? Got me through some pretty fucking dire weeks last year when I was really feeling it. Deep Rock Galactic, yeah. That fucking god. That the way that I Love Street Lamps came in and Miko came in and was like, you've sort of saved me a few weeks, is how I feel about Deep Rock Galactic. I get it. I am your Deep Rock Galactic. What are you saying? What do you mean? What is this in reference to? PB. Oh, she's still going. Maybe not buy the game and get some fucking groceries. Oh, well, money's not a problem at the moment. Not as badly as my life. Like last year, my money situation was horrendous. It was entirely Merlin's fault. It was Merlin, the little fucker. He just bankrupted me. Maybe. Huh? Who? Never heard of her. You know, basically it was Merlin who bankrupted me and left me. And it just caught up with me at the beginning of last year, and then I had to pay my tax, and I was fucked. So I've had to scrape my way back. But because I've sort of leveled out again, I'm not doing as bad in terms of money, which is why I can afford to do these other secret projects that I've been doing, that I've been trying to get done for a while. Which, you know, it is costing me a little bit of money. But in terms of money, I'm not like struggling for dinner. Like there were points last year where I was just like, well, not eating tonight. I was living off of rice and porridge. Like I was just making like rice and peas, and it was actual green garden peas, rice and peas. That's all. Like when I would put salt on it and eat that. And then I would just eat, and I'd be like, well, I guess I'll have another bowl of porridge with water. I've come around on porridge with water, by the way, because I got so poor that it beat the ARFID. Cure your ARFID with poverty. There isn't a... Wait, what? Oh, you're saying delay it 2 weeks. Is that what you're saying? I think that's what she's saying. I think she's probably already left. PB can only stand fucking talking to me for about 4 minutes before she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself if I have to talk to this guy any longer. Bitterly hates me. Alright, yeah, okay, I get it. Although, admittedly, PB does also just sort of start sentences halfway through without context. Sometimes I have to say to her, like, can you tell me who he is? You know? She'll just be like, he should do this to him, and then he'll go over there to her, and then he would speak to him about this thing. And I'm like, wait, which one was him? Like, you have to do this whole fucking sentence again because I need the context of the first him. You know, because that's her. That's ADHD, man. She's like, yeah, I know. You said, what if I'm sick on Tuesday? But then I didn't read your message correctly. I'm really bad at reading messages. People only message me, and I know this is not you, PB, but people only message me on stream, and then I reply quickly because I'd rather reply and get, you know, so that they have something to work with. But I haven't read their message because I like scan it because I'm streaming and I'm talking, and I scan the message and then I go, blah, 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 and then I reply and then I read it later on, and I missed a fucking word in there that was specific. So yeah, I'm giving PB shit for doing it, but you know. Don't Die was hilarious. Yeah. I'm attacking you. Who? I mean, the thing is, you can kind of get away with it on Foundry because then you just lose health and you're like, okay, it was me. I was my dear this time. I truly believe it's because she doesn't know our character names yet. And I couldn't be more on her side about that because I do it all the time too. PB is a national treasure, be nice. Yeah, she's not my national treasure. She's in Canada. And they can fucking keep her. Do you have cooking oil and ice cubes at your home? Yes. If you do, one way to prep or cook veggies is you boil the veggies in a pot of boiling water with a few drops of cooking oil for a minute, then transfer it and put in a bowl of cold water with ice cubes. This way you will stop the cooking of the veggies, retain the colours and bits and the minerals. I don't believe you. I'm going to print screen this. There's no way that's science. That sounds like shit that old midwives used to fucking tell you when you were having a baby and you're just nattering in the fucking hospital corridor with some random fucking woman. And she's like, I've never heard of Huberman. But I tell you one thing, you take a clove of garlic and you shove it up your ass the night before and you'll have no anxiety. And you're like, I don't think that's an anxiety cure. I think that's some crazy shit someone made up during the war and has just somehow made it through and passed down generation to generation and no one fucking fact checked it because you didn't have the internet. An alchemist, Lurker Fella. I've print screened your message, Lurker Fella, and I'm going to do that tonight. And if I'm not cured tomorrow, you'll have hell to pay. Speaking of hell, the chat log shows me who the roll is against. Yeah. I don't think it... I mean, I don't know. The thing is, I think we're just used to how you had to DM before Foundry existed as well. You know? Where you had to fucking tell everyone everything. By the way, I think this week I might port this Twitch Plays over to Foundry. Is anyone interested in that? No one would care. But I do think it would be better for next week. If I'm off this week, it'll be much easier for me to do. The only reason I haven't done it yet is because I know that I will accidentally show my other game. I didn't want to, you know. It doesn't matter, I guess, but we should be announcing it this week. Maybe on Friday. If I don't have COVID. If I have COVID, all bets are off, and Maya is going to be playing the part of Dodo on Don't Die. Pepper Hat, thanks for the 92 months, little PP boy. Blanche and Shock. Okay. I'll try it, Lurker Fella. I'm going to try it. When Brad eats, he actually loses brain cells. Yeah, I was trying not to have medical anxiety about that over the weekend. Because everyone was like, that's wrong. And I've lived my life just being like, that's how I am. If I eat lots of food. But I know loads of people that are like that. Which is why I've always... There's so many people that say this. And it's an entertainment industry thing. People don't eat a lot of food before they're about to go on stage. Or before they're about to like record the thing or whatever. Because it slows your fucking brain down. Especially if it's kind of like fatty. If you have like greasy food. Which is what I had. I had a bunch of chicken and chips. I had fries. The big fucking fat fish and chips. And I just wolfed all of them down 5 minutes before Don't Die. And then Don't Die began. And I was like... but I've always had it. I would never eat before filming stuff. And I try not to eat a lot. If I eat a little bit of food, it's fine. Sometimes a little bit of food actually makes me feel much better. Which happened to me the other day. I think we were playing Zelda. I was kind of like flagging and I felt kind of weird. And I ate just a tiny... I made a sandwich or something. I just ate it in the middle of the stream, which I kind of rarely do. I'll like snack on stuff, but an actual fucking thing. And I ate it. Felt fucking 10 times better. Felt brand new. But if I eat a proper meal, I won't do anything for an hour after that. I purposefully try and eat food like an hour before any Table Story show or an hour before this stream or something like that. Because my brain really slows down a lot. And then immediately someone in the chat was like, you have diabetes! And I was like, oh fuck, I have diabetes. Oh Jesus Christ, what is... I had my fucking albumin checked or whatever it is. The one thing I know I haven't got is diabetes, because I messaged Emma. Did I tell you when I got my blood test, the first time I got my blood test back? And I sent her a picture of it. And it was my HbA1c level. If anyone with diabetes knows what that is. And it was dead center. Right? I can show you it here. This is what my HbA1c. So this is your blood glucose, I think, or whatever. It's whatever. This is diabetes. How diabetic are you? The number. Just seeing there's no information on here. This is what I got. 2041. Now, I want absolutely not one of you to fucking comment on this from a medical standpoint. If you say anything medical about this, you're banned. But I got this and it was just dead middle. It made me laugh so much. Your result is 30, dead center of the green. Basically, perfect. So I just immediately sent it to Emma and was like, I just sent her that picture. Like, fuck you. So it's the only thing I know I haven't got is diabetes. The rest of my shit was pretty ropey. No, my kidneys weren't great, which Kyoki went in and convinced me of. But I mean, it makes sense that my kidneys don't work. I think it's probably damage I did 20 years ago. You know? I think they've probably been like that the whole time. Brain no work with food and brain no work without food. Why for brain? Well, my brain works at like 3% without food. With food, I'm running at like -9. So I'm pretty confident that I don't have diabetes, which I'm very happy about. I've witnessed diabetes. I don't want it. Type 1. If you have type 2, you're just a pussy. Eat some spinach and grow up. If you got type 1 diabetes, I don't want it. Be gone. Alright, let's play some D&D then, shall we? This might be the last stream we do until next Sunday. If I wake up tomorrow and I feel absolutely awful. Have I got any promises this week? Not really, huh? I said we'd do split fiction, but PB said no. Yeah, nothing. We got no promises this week, so fuck you. That's what I say. Last week, Liam was the special guest GM. Do you remember? And because of Liam, you died. Leary and Snotflap died. And were sent to hell.
Sloth, pride, lust, rise, Leary, eyes, up. Lancelot
That's right. You were sent to hell. And then Shadow made me another song. And it wasn't a fever dream. You're in hell. Hell, I say. Hell, I scream. You are in hell. Hell. Thank you. Hell.
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 Hell!
Hell.
We have got a couple of things to do. We've got a couple of spins. But let me set you up. After being killed by a dragon turtle, Lancelot, still barely clinging to life, remains on the beach. However, Lyri wakes up. The camera on close on Lyri's eyes, and then it pans out. Underneath Lyri is an ancient bridge of blackened iron, old stone, obsidian. This thing is sort of suspended on this void of choking smoke. The sounds, a cacophony of distant screams, moans. And underneath this bridge, fire, lava, flame. Now I think, looking at the wheel there, we should add some additional sections. The sections are Hellfire. Sorry.
Hellfire. Demons.
And
Devils.
have been added to the spin wheel. Lyri's stuff is still on them. You still have your stuff, but there's no sign of Snotflap. Lyri has a couple of little brief visions of Snotflap, the connection as the only possible companion that you currently have available to you, allows you to see Snotflap chained with an arcane ball and chain, hands on bars, his little demonic eyes looking out from a cage in a prison area. From behind Lyri, there is a scratching sound, and the sound of small, leathery wings taking flight, as if something behind Lyri, as they awaken, is startled into movement. Now, the first thing we're going to do is spin the wheel a bunch of times. You have 5 owed wheel spins, which is insane. So we're going to start this off with a bunch of wheel spins because you have 5 that you earned prior to last week. And then 1 more for all of the subs today. Happy Coconuts, Durky Dirk, Feemore, Nuerg, Nyanar, Pepper Hat, Hazard Jake, Pinden. I love Street Lamps. The first wheel spin. Will be a teleport for sure. Devils. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. First wheel spin, devils. The second wheel spin, an item. The third wheel spin. I'm doing this so I don't forget. A magical item. The fourth wheel spin. An instant long rest. The fifth wheel spin. Hellfire. And the sixth wheel spin. Trapped. Okay. Now, this is like getting a bunch of improv stuff at the beginning of an improv show, you know? Can I get a location? Can I get a location? A location. London Bridge. Okay. Can we get a job? Can we get a job? Someone like some sort of employment. OnlyFans. Okay. Okay. Can we get a name? Can we get a name? Any name? Lucifer Morningstar. I can do it. I can do it, RH Experience. I can do it if I wanted. I choose not to so that you can continue to be the best at it. Spatula, dildo, spatula, come. Right. So we have devils, item, magic item, instant long rest. Let's do the items first. Now, where is my item table? It's been a while. Roll me a d20, chat. Let's go. We're going to open up with the first thing. What do we got? A 14. A 14. Alright, hold on. And then roll me another one as well. Keep rolling. We'll take the second number and we'll do the magic item while we're here as well. What's the long rest roll? Because I think you're already long rested because you died and came back to life. Temporary HP, wasn't it? I think that's going to be very useful. So I'm going to be good guy GM here, not like Liam. Not like Liam, who was a big meanie about everything last week. Remember big meanie Liam? 28 HP. No temporary hit points. 1 action surge back. All of your stuff exists. Currently, a tin of Foster's, Cloak of the Hunter, and the Seashell Amulet equipped, as well as the Curse of Flickering Flame. Flames near the cursed creature dim or flicker, reducing the light radius. I mean, there's flames everywhere. It's doing nothing. Target automatically knows the first name of everyone they meet. The cursed creature accidentally says the opposite of what they mean 10% of the time when speaking. We have to remember that. You got to remember that. Well, okay, what were the numbers? What did we get? So, first one was a 14. I think as Lyri awakens and hears these sounds and sort of tries to piece together where they are, what's happening, there are a few discarded items around. There's like an arm bone, like a skeletal arm bone that's holding on to that's holding on to these items. Hold on. Because I'm going to do something here that I think will be... I think it'll be fun if I do this. Yeah, there's like all sorts of weird stuff around, like a charred bone. Just some black sludge that's bubbling. And then there's this arm and hand that is holding an Avernian war medal. A tarnished bronze medallion inscribed with infernal script. A faint scent of brimstone lingers around it. An Avernian war medal. Non-magical. Maybe. A tarnished bronze medallion inscribed with infernal script. A faint scent of brimstone lingers around it. And then you also got a magic item, which was number 3. I think it's just the skeletal arm. The skeletal arm. Which is a wand. Which can magically heat up any food item, such as spinach. Instantly. This is a skeletal arm of microwaving. Alright. Now the rules on the magic item list, by the way, is that the lower it is, the more mundane it is. In terms of the number of that D20. Okay, you also get some temporary hit points to start you out. And it was temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus level. 1d8 plus 3. 8 temporary hit points. God, I love the way they did hit points on Foundry. Like going back to the Stone Age, getting on Roll20. Okay. Now you also got trapped. I think you got to have a ball and chain as well, right? Ball and chain wrapped around the leg. Just a basic looking one. An old rusted ball and chain around one ankle. Now, what is this creature? Is this a devil? Or a demon? What are you? Oh, good, you're a devil. Perfect. Where's my little fucking fire? I need the sound I used for Lionel's magic, don't I? For this. God, I don't know where it is though. Where did I save it? does this sound like? Jesus. That'll do for today. Behind you, the sound of wings. The sudden sound of wings flickers and flutters up into the air. Turning suddenly, Lyri sees a small, tiny creature. At first mistaking it maybe for a red bat. A little thing just lifting up into the air, sort of spasmodically floating upwards with its weird wings, but it has a set of arms and legs, a small face with 2 yellow eyes and sharp little teeth, a couple of sets of horns and spiked hair that is almost looks like little spikes of brimstone off of this creature. Sharp claws, long sharp little toes, and basically a scorpion's tail. This creature flies upwards. Now, do I have a good... What would it sound like?
Yes. Like this. Hello.
It says...
Who is this? Who comes to my bridge?
An imp is flying behind you. What does Lyri say to the imp? He says, "Who comes to my bridge?" The choice is yours, chat. Suggestions. Ask about its name. What would you like to do, chat? You're playing D&D, by the way, in case you were wondering. Kill it, I guess, is what you could say to it. Yeah. Felicity, you say the words Felicity Slurpington the third to it for some reason. You say that's a funny bridge. You say, Lyri, just passing through. You say, a soldier of Avernus, and show the medal. You say me, and then random demon lord name. Act surprised, and say, what bridge? Flash the war medal and say bridge inspector. Say the imp's name. There you go. Away you go. What do you say to the imp? Where did my pen go? A pencil will do. What do you say to the imp? This lesser devil that has appeared behind you. What are the imp's stats? Okay. Okay. You say, you flash the war medal and say, I'm the bridge inspector. Lyri sort of stands up. The chain, the ball and chain rattling underfoot, and takes in the bridge. This sort of bridge goes 4 different directions. We'll say northeast, southwest. To the east, there is a huge wall of fire that seems impassable. To the west, the bridge breaks and crumbles away into nothing. There is just a broken piece of this bridge. To the north and to the south, the bridge continues. Lyri pulls out the Avernian War Medal thing that you have. What was it? Avernian War Medal. And says, I'm the bridge inspector. I need a deception check, please, from the chat room. Exclamation point, roll d20. And this time we'll take the second roll. For deception, you have a +3, but you also have a curse. Saying the opposite of what you mean. 10% chance of saying the opposite of what you mean. $15. Let me roll a d10 here. If you roll a 1, a 7. A 15. Let's roll an insight check for the imp against your 15. A 10. The imp says,
Bridge inspection. I didn't know we were scheduled for one. Why you got a ball and chain on you? Why you look like you just woke up?
what does Lyri say? I didn't know we were scheduled for a bridge inspection. Why do you have a ball and chain? Why do you look like you just woke up? Crazy bachelorette party. Hangover. Surprise bridge inspection. I'll ask the questions here. Surprise bridge inspection. We have to replicate the conditions. Or wait. The ball and chain is a fashion choice. Show me around on this bridge, will ya? What's your name, by the way? It's called fashion, darling. It's the latest fashion trend. Do any of you feel unoriginal yet? You all came up with the same thing. Everyone doing it. All right. What do you say? What do you say? Can anyone split this tie? Between 5 and 6. Surprise bridge inspection. Latest fashion choice. Ravioli can split it. Surprise bridge inspection. We have to replicate the conditions for weight. Lyri's still holding the medallion, says, well, it's a surprise bridge inspection. We have to check the conditions for weight, and then sort of hits the ground a couple times with that boot. Give me another deception check, please. Take the second roll. You'll be pleased to know, because there's a 7 in there. The current quest is Escape Hell. There's also an additional quest that you don't have to complete, which is Locate Snotflap. A 20! Alright, let's see if, first of all, you roll a 1 here on your charisma. No. A natty 20. Lyri says, yeah, surprise bridge inspection. Hits the floor. Let's see what the imp rolls for an insight, just in case. A 15 against your natural 20. 23. The imp says,
Oh shit. That's today. Oh well,
there's a moment where the imp sort of clicks its fingers and a little tie appears around his neck.
yeah, I wasn't sleeping on the job or anything. No one's came through here in a while. What do I need? Oh shit, get your head down.
That's when Hellfire happens. Hellfire. Roll me a dexterity saving throw. Suddenly, the flames of hell rise up. The heat suddenly it rises exponentially. It becomes the hottest place Lyri has ever experienced. The flames pass overhead. Lyri has to duck down to avoid being burned. Remember when you were immune to fire? What happened to that? A 2. Your dexterity saving throw is 3. This is a fail. You will then take 1d6 fire damage immediately. 1 temporary hit point lost. The imp says,
Oh, get down.
and then fire. Lyri kind of looks left and right and then ducks a little too late. The heat builds up, and I think there's just a couple of parts of Lyri's body that feel like the skin kind of burns a little. They sort of pat out the flames. The hell was that?
It's hellfire, it happens. It's hell after all.
The imp says,
So what do we gotta do? Check the weight of the bridge? How do we do that then?
what does Lyri say? How do we check the weight of the bridge? Is what the imp says. We need another volunteer with a ball and chain. You hold the ball while I walk around. No, this has been enough. Use their name and thank them for their time. Don't mind me. I'm just going to have a look around. He has to join us to get the waiting tools and Louis' assistant, not Flap. You have to join me to get the waiting tools and my assistant, Snot Flap. First, I'll walk on it with the ball on. Then, take the ball off and we'll compare. Looking at the state of it there, I think I'll just have to fine you. A reimbursement will do. There you go, guys. Guys, remember you can spin the wheel today. Every 10 subs is a wheel spin. And also we'll be paying for the astonishing amount of flu medicine I'm probably going to need to purchase this week. Again, 2 weeks after the previous set of purchases. All good. No, it's all good. I also had 2 weeks off, which means I'm about 350 subs behind. And I wouldn't say that I'm panicking exactly. I wouldn't go so far as to say that it's a panic. Thanks, Anonymous, for the 5 gift subs. 2 more left to a wheel spin. 2 more for a wheel spin. You guys say, Leary says, first I'll walk on it with the ball on. Then I'll take the ball off and we'll compare. The imp says,
Okay. Go ahead.
Make me a strength athletics check. Exclamation point, roll d20, +3 to athletics. This is to see if you can move around with the ball and chain. And I'm going to tell you this much. The DC for this is 20. You have to roll higher than a 20. We'll take the second roll. +3 to this check. An 8. An 11. You see Leary sort of attempt to make a few steps and the ball piece of the ball and chain does not move at all. At all. This thing is like trying to be, it's like being chained to a skyscraper. Unable to move around. It was only part of the plan. What does Lyri do now? What's the next part of this plan, chat? Ask the imp its name and to help push the ball. Yell at the imp. The time. Fuck, Bradley. Yell at the imp. What are you waiting for? Start pushing the ball. Go bring the bridge over to me, imp. Shadow's suffering from being foreign today. Okay. Perfect. Just as planned. Now take the chain off and we'll compare. Actually, I should probably start without the weight. Can you help take it off? Alright. There's your options. Oh, we're on this fucking thing. 2 more subs to a wheel spin. 2 more subs till I can afford some Lemsip. Ooh, am I allergic to Lemsip? Let's ask ChatGPT on my phone. My phone is medical ChatGPT. ChatGPT. In the UK, does Lemsip have any ingredients that might be derived from corn? We just call that lemonade in America. No, you call it something else. Orcish bought it last week and drank it to avoid getting sick. And it was called Theraflu. Lemsip contains various ingredients, some of which may be derived from corn. Sorbitol. Well, fuck me, I guess. Welcome to my life, everyone. This is why I absolutely fucking hate my life and why you need to subscribe. Lyri says, okay, perfect. Sort of trying 1 or 2 more times to pull this thing. Just as planned. Now, take the chain off and we'll compare. I think I'm gonna need a persuasion check, please. A persuasion check. And you have a +3 to this. But you also have the curse. Second roll. We'll take the second roll. We flush out the old rolls. At some point we're going to invite Liam back and he's going to remake the entire dice thing for us. Because frankly he hasn't done enough free work for me. If I'm honest. I would say he hasn't done enough. Should we just take the first roll every time? Would you prefer that? What would you prefer? You're playing. You like rolling the dice? Or does it take too long? What do you want? A 6. Oof, what a time to fail the roll. Let's roll a d10 to see if you roll a 1. 4. The imp says,
You just take it off yourself. You got a set of keys. You're a bridge inspector. You're higher ranked than me.
what does Lyri say? You got keys. You're a higher rank than me. Says the imp. What do you say? Exactly. I'm a higher rank. So do as I say. That's an order. I lost them. I lose them. I lose them. I lost them. Do you have a lockpicks on you? No, if I had keys, I wouldn't require your help in the inspection. This is part of the inspection. You're currently not doing very well. I'm saving my wrist strength. You remove them. This is part of the inspection. It's not the work of higher ranked ones. Alright. Away you go. What do you say to the imp? The choice, as always, is yours. 2 more subs on that wheel spin, and I'll buy some spinach. Oh shit, you didn't say it was for spinach. Durkee was like, wait, what? You gonna spend it on spinach? Hell yeah, motherfucker, hell yeah. Thank you, Durkee. Say no more, motherfucker. Here we go. It's spin o'clock. Get an item, a potion. You know what? You know what? Hold up. You say, this is part of the inspection and you're not doing very well. Give me another, what do we want to say, intimidation? Yeah, I think so. You get a +5 to that. An intimidation check, please. An intimidation check. Now the first roll we're going to take as your potion roll, and the second one we're going to take as the intimidation check. The first one is a 16. Appearing. The spellwind still functioning here in hell. Appearing in your satchel is an elixir of unholy speech, which allows the drinker to speak and understand infernal and abyssal for 1 hour, but their voice takes on an unsettling, echoing quality. the elixir of unholy speech. Now you rolled an 8 on your intimidation check, which is a 13. Let's do another contested roll, I think. A 13. Which he is... How do contested checks work, chat? Who wins? If the contest results in a tie, the situation remains the same as it was before the contest. Defender wins, lying. Whoever has the higher base stat, lying. Trying to win D&D, are we? Thank you, Anonymous, for the 5 gift subs. I very much appreciate it. Oh, you got some nice catches in there as well. You got Jabba the Space Gangster, Bob the Baldy, James Gesser. Nice. Good fish. Honestly, it's entirely DM's discretion. Lying. There's a rule right here. Nothing happens. I think what happens is you do that thing where, you know, in Arrested Development, what's the Larry David show called, where he stares at people and they do that thing where they stare at each other? They do that at each other. Leary and the imp stare at each other. Curb your enthusiasm. Roll again. Roll again. You gotta beat a 15 this time. You have a +5. Take the second roll. You'll be pleased to know, because Max fucked that up and butchered it with a 3. It's almost like you always have advantage. It's not true. That's not true at all. You just get to see a parallel universe where you fail or pass every time. By the way, this was not what I had planned for this session. You rolled devils on one of the spins straight away. So an imp appeared. A 16. Nice. So even without the +5, you beat this. And you said... What did you say? This is part of the inspection and you're not doing well. The imp says...
Alright. What do you want me to do?
Leary says, I mean, we'll just go. You remove the ball and chain, and then we'll try the second part of the investigation, the inspection, where we walk around without it. The imp says,
Fine. Okay.
Pulls out a ring of keys. There is 1,000,000 keys on this thing, and I'm not kidding. As he keeps turning the ring of keys around and around and around and around and around and around and around, the keys change magically. He's there for several minutes before he says,
Not that one. Not that one. Not that. 357. 356. 355. Okay, it's this one.
He floats down, lands next to the ball and chain by Leary's feet, and walks kind of awkwardly bow-legged over towards the anklet, the manacle, putting the key into the lock. It opens. Lyri kind of rolls their ankle, and the imp puts the keys away,
Okay, now what?
looking up at you. This is a perfect opportunity to try and crush him under boot. I just want to say an option comes up on the screen that says, this is like, like a Telltale game. Crush the imp underfoot? Yes, no. It's a renegade option. It's one of those QTE moments where the imp is just like looking up like this and doing that thing where they kind of loop in the animation. And there's just at the same time like Lyri looking down at this imp.
Okay, now what?
A demonic little imp looking at you. I have some artwork for an imp. I'm sure all of you know what this imp looks like in your mind's eye, but I have lots of imps. I love an imp, by the way. It's my favorite devil by far. If you were ever wondering, if you're ever unsure, what is Brad's favorite devil? An imp. What is my favorite demon? Probably a shadow demon, but no confirmation on that. I'd have to check the demon list to remind myself. It's not that imp. No, I don't have my old imp artwork. No. The button is pressed. Bring. Okay. Looking at you, the imp says,
Okay. What do we do now?
what do we do now? What does Lyri do? For me, my favorite demon is an Oni by far, the most unoriginal thing. A thing that they just took from real life and copied. Interesting. Interesting choice for Plumrock. Can't say I'm surprised. Didn't take an original idea there, did they? Sort of copied something. Say that we need a goblin-sized creature to test the weight, preferably a blue one. Ask him to join in finding. I can spell preferably, shut up. Pat the imp on the head. Good job, little buddy. I'm going to say the word pounce around a bit. Okay, you pass. Now we need to take the chain back to the jail cells. Now follow me to the next inspection site. Imps have wings. Now you put the ball. Give me your keys. And then walk through bridge. Schizophrenia. Suddenly develop schizophrenia. Suddenly develop schizophrenia is an option. Femur. I expect better of you, to be honest. Please make sure I drink water for the next few streams. I don't feel thirst. There's something wrong in my brain. My sister has it. We're like cacti. We don't drink water ever. I can't feel thirsty. I need to drink more water than I've ever drunk in my life. I am diseased. I'm sickened. My sister's imp of a child has given me a disease. You don't even have to redeem drink water. You can just say, have you drank water within the last 5 minutes, Braid? And I'll do it. Yeah, even if my PDA comes up, even if my demand avoidance makes me go, shut up, fucking don't tell me what to do. Just know that deep down secretly I actually want to drink the water. There you go, Wax Steven. You go, a free button press with every drink water.
This is epic.
Alright, can anyone split the tie between 1 and 4? Can anyone split the tie between 1 and 4? Here. Anyone who hasn't voted? Everyone hasn't voted. And loads of them came in suddenly, but we managed to split it. Say that we need a goblin-sized creature to test the weight, preferably a blue one, and ask him to join in finding. This is what an imp looks like in D&D, by the way. This is what you're looking at. Yes, it has wings. Yes, it has a scorpion's tail. This is what you're dealing with, but he's tiny. He's small. He would fit in the palm of your hand. He's very small. Yeah, so Lyri says, well, the next part of the investigation, inspection, is that we need something like a goblin-sized creature to test the weight. Preferably a blue one. Would you mind helping me find one? Let's have... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set 2 DCs on this. Make me a persuasion check. +3 to that roll. If you get above a 10, he'll give you some information about a blue goblin. Whatever he knows. If you get above a 20, he'll join the party. As a temporary companion. There's also the chance that you could spin the wheel and get something good. The next roll being a 20. Or a Deus Ex Machina. Something like that. I think if you spin the wheel and you get devils, that would work too. Devils, demons, and hellfire isn't going to be the same thing every time, by the way. If you think that hellfire just means it's going to be damage. I think hellfire, demons, and devils is a different thing every time. While we're in hell. A 16? Ooh, that was so close. Wow. A 19 on your persuasion check. Let's roll a d10 to see if you say the opposite of what you wanted to actually say. A 5. 1% chance that Hellfire just plays To the Hellfire by Lorna Shore. Don't know what that is, but there is a 1% chance that could happen. 1% is pretty high for me to have to DMCA the entire fucking episode and then potentially lose this session. If I'm honest with you, 1 in 100 is really pretty high for that to happen, but we'll say that it... Yeah. Well, you'll see. If you roll Demons, Devils, and Hellfire, you'll see what the actual plan for it is. My rule for the first roll was that Hellfire was damage. devils and demons was that it spawns one immediately. You did both of them. But from now on, you'll see what it actually does. Just sing it yourself. I've never heard it. I don't even know what that song is. So you got a 19, not a 20. The imp says... What did you ask? Join, yeah. The imp says...
I can't come with you. I ain't allowed to leave the bridge. Uses after what? A blue goblin. What is a goblin again?
I'm gonna roll a nature check for the imp. See if it knows what a goblin is. What is nature? Is nature an int-based thing? Yeah. Alright, here we go. A 19.
Oh yeah, I know what that is. Those little guys are always annoying. They try and catch me and eat me. A blue one.
Let's see if he has any knowledge of a blue goblin coming through here. So over a 10. A 6.
Ain't seen one in a long time. 1,000 years ago there was a blue goblin that came through here. I think we ate him.
The imp has no knowledge of a blue goblin. Except for one that came through 1,000 years ago. What does Leary do now? I love the canon that Snotflap's massive brother didn't go to hell after he died. He might have done. You don't appear in the same place in this setting. You just appear in hell somewhere. It's not like in Dragon Ball where you go through the little fucking paperwork guy. Can we just pretend he went to heaven though? He probably did, you know. Snotflap is the evil creature of that family. Alright, what does Leary do now? Fair enough. New arrivals go where again? Thank you. Its name. Can you point me to a closest road sign? Ask where north. My God, Bradley. North is and go west. Tell him he failed the inspection and is fired. All right. Away you go. Fair enough. New arrivals go where again? The imp says.
New arrivals disappear anywhere. It's just complete RNG, baby.
It's complete RNG. What does Leary do next? Write down its name and leave. Sit on the ball and crack open a can of Foster's before it goes warm. Compliment their tie and walk away. Very well, you are relieved. I'll find something myself. Intimidate to destroy the bridge if he won't go with us. Describe where we saw Snot Flap and ask if he recognizes it. Okay, there you go. There's just 6 options. What does Leary do next? What do you want to do? Three more subs to a wheel spin. Leary says, very well, you're relieved. I'll find something myself.
Relieved. Okay.
The imp flutters off and sits on a nearby bridge wall like a gargoyle, blinking and watching Leary. Leary has a choice. Which direction do you go? North, south, east, firewall, or west? Collapsed bridge. These are all of the things you have to assist you. The bridge seems to just go on endlessly north and endlessly south. To the east, there is a huge wall of fire. To the west, the bridge crumbles away and is broken. Holy shit, Anonymous. Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. You want a wheel spin? The plan is to go north. Leary, I think, hefts up their stuff. Pack on shoulder, bow, arrows. Takes a look around. Starts plodding north. Spin this wheel. See what happens. Thank you, Anonymous. Nayana. Something good happens. Something good. So nothing major, but something good. What would you like it to be? Shadow says,
More. God damn it. More sugar in water.
You want north to be the right direction. Another vision of Snotflap. Another vision of Snotflap Keeper. Yeah. I think that's the same thing, right? Or are you saying you just see Snotflap ahead of you? It's too powerful. Find a sausage. A Deus Ex Machina would produce Snotflap in front of you. Something good is a lesser Deus Ex wish, you know? Lesser wish. I should call it lesser wish, greater wish. Would that make more sense to you people? You people are impossible. Lesser wish. This is a lesser wish. Granted. Snotflap's dagger. Imp wants to adventure with us. Nah, that's too powerful. Map. You can suggest stuff. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about how powerful it is. I'll tell you whether it's too powerful. What do you want? Merchant. Devilish merchant. Lancelot too powerful. Hell-themed skin. Ham and cheese sandwich. One day you will get the ham and cheese sandwich. A map appears on the wall. As you are walking, there is a map. The map says HQ. Let me check my notes. Because there is an actual way to go. This is the north is exit. South is prison. And this is portal. North is exit. East is headquarters. South is prison. And west is portal. Now it says it in multiple different languages. Infernal, Abyssal, Common. And Japanese. Would you like to continue going north? I guess you can just type yes or no in the chat. Do we have another wheel spin? Or am I crazy? No. No. No, 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 no. Okay. Would you like to go south? Yes or no in the chat. Type the direction you want to go in the chat room. Hi, Phil. Thanks, Phil. 2 more subs. South, 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 east. So, oh, I remember that this is a wall of fire. And this is a collapsed bridge. It's kind of hard to see, isn't it, Bradley? South, 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 south. Okay. Heading south then. The small eyes of the imp watching as Illyri walks over to the map, which suddenly appears. Looks at it. Turns around. And starts heading south. Plodding along. I would like a perception check, please. As you head south across the bridge towards where the prison area is. You have a +4 to perception, and you know what else we're gonna do? We're gonna pick what stuff you want equipped on your hotbar. What do we got? What do we got? +4 to perception. A 9 plus 4. There's bones everywhere. Bones and fire and bricks and lava and bones. Let's see, what stuff do you want equipped? Would you like to keep the Tin of Foster's equipped? Now, the Tin of Foster's allows you to have +2 strength for an hour when you drink it. Yes or no in the chat room? That's your potion. No. Okay. Let's do this. Equipped potion. Would you like neutralize poison? Potion of giant strength. Potion of water breathing. Potion of hovering. Elixir of mistletoe charm gives the advantage on charisma checks for an hour. Potion of gift wrapped illusion disguise self for an hour. Potion of itch resistance. Tanglefoot special reserve ale, a fine ale that restores 1d4 HP and removes 1 level of exhaustion. And the elixir of unholy speech, which allows you to speak abyssal and infernal for an hour, and you begin echoing. Which potion would you like equipped to your hotbar? Okay. The elixir of unholy speech. Elixir of unholy speech. Alright, would you like to keep the Cloak of the Hunter equipped in your items? The Cloak of the Hunter gives you... Is it yes or no in the chat? Expertise on stealth and perception. Would you like to keep the Cloak of the Hunter equipped? Yes or no in the chat room? Yes, yes, yes. No, 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 yes. Alright, let's just go with this then. Equipped item slot 1. Amulet of Warmth. Prevent cold. Keep warm and prevent cold exhaustion. Amulet of the Undaunted. Advantage against frightened. Frostheart Orb. Immunity to fire. Vulnerability to cold. Ring of Granite Grasp, of advantage to avoid being pushed prone. The Bead of Forces, which are grenades. The Mantle of Spell... You know what? Cloak of the Hunter. Expertise on self-perception. Mantle of Spell Resistance, advantage against spells. Seashell of water breathing. Ornament of Fire. Red ornament that explodes as a fireball. Well, we'll just do this to make it. Fireball when thrown. Lantern of Revealing. A lantern that reveals invisible creatures and objects. Wand of Magic Missiles, 7 charges. And the Skeletal Arm of Microwaving. Are your options there? Slot 1. While you are here in hell. My Go XLR is broken. Don't know how to fix it. I just can't justify asking PB and Whack to help me with anything else in my life, so I'm just living in excruciating pain. Have you tried turning it off and on again? No, I'm going to try and do a firmware update later and see if that does anything. I don't know what's happened to it though. I do... Yeah, I don't know. Right, the immunity to fire in slot 1. What about slot 2? Shadow says,
Damn it. I want more stuff. How do I get more stuff then? Come on, how do I get more stuff? Steve-O here.
can we equip the Amulet of Warmth to negate the exhaustion from the orb like before? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying to me, April. Is it April? Kyrie. I don't know what you're saying to me, Kyrie. You think I remember anything that's happened in my life? Anything at all that's ever happened, ever? Frostheart Orb is equipped into magic item slot 1, replacing the cloak. What do you want in the second magic item slot? Cloak of the Hunter. So you did want to keep the Cloak of the Hunter on. Liars. A group of... You're just switching the slots around. Okay, and then your spell scroll is Spare the Dying. So you have... Frostheart Orb, which gives you immunity to fire and a vulnerability to cold. So you don't take any fire damage, but if you take cold damage, it's double. And then Cloak of the Hunter, which gives you expertise on stealth and perception, which you already have. Yep. Right. And then you begin trudging south. You begin trudging south. The bridge is long. The travel is hours. Walking in this unbearable heat. Every now and then just bursts of lava from underneath, firing these kind of heated jets of steam and globs of lava landing on the bridge. Pieces of the bridge itself crumble and crack as Lyri moves along this bridge. It's enormous, the bridge itself. Lyri, with the orb equipped, doesn't really feel any of the effects of the heat in a sort of negative way, but is still able to sense the intense heat of hell. After some time, a building begins to sort of form in the distance. A sort of brutalist thing, just a cube in the distance. Getting closer and closer, it looks a bit like what you might find like one of those outhouses on a castle, whatever they're called. As you see sort of Lyri approach this enormous structure, there is a pretty large and expansive doorway with a big gothic looking arching entranceway. I made you do a perception check, didn't I? What did you get? 13. It was a 13. Along the bridge, as you get closer and closer to the structure ahead that you suspect to be the prison from the map, there are the bridge is lined with grotesque winged statues, these sort of watchful gargoyles staring down at the bridge. Again, the bridge is just bits of broken stone, old looking stone. This is, you know, blackened stone, obsidian looking, with pieces of iron that sort of sit wrapping around the bridge in places. There's sort of discarded bits of iron and chains, manacles, ball and chains everywhere, bones lining predominantly the sides of this thing as if they've been sort of brushed out of the way over the years and years and years. Yeah, the bridge sort of actually takes on some sort of level of architecture with these gargoyles lining either side of the bridge. The doorway is ahead of you, maybe 100 feet away, something like that. I'll give you a little option to what does Lyri do here if you want. What does Lyri do? What do you do? Chug the potion. That's it? Nothing. Alright, those are your options. What does Lyri do? And we have a wheel spin. Alright, well maybe the wheel spin will determine what actually happens here. Let's see. You get quad vantage on your next roll. You get quad vantage on your next roll. You just watch the next cutscene, yeah.
Hey, Braid, you play the fucking game. We're fucking busy.
Okay. Nothing. You start walking forward. Sauntering forward as if there aren't gargoyles lining the walls and bones everywhere. And that's when the bones animate and attack. You are surprised. Didn't want to do this to you. But you are going to die now. A true death. Four skeletons attack. Roll me some initiative. Thank you. I'm going to call this red skeleton. Blue skeleton. Green skeleton. And orange. Orange. The skeleton. Old Skelly boys. The Skelly boys have arrived. It is, if you haven't seen Don't Die, this is a cheap knockoff of episode 1 of Don't Die. The Skelly boys. These are the Skelly boys, they say, clicking their fingers and shuffling towards you, the bones animating upwards. There is hundreds of bones on this bridge, but some of them come together, some of them rolling off of the backs of these skeletons. And these skeletons pull out little knives and start clicking their fingers and closing in on you. These are the skeleton boys, and you's about to pay us the toll. And the toll is Weezy's needs is yours flesh. Each one of them has like a greaser haircut and a leather jacket on. As they start stepping and shuffling towards you. They would like to cut off your skin and flesh and claim it for themselves. That is what they're going to be doing to you if you lose this combat. It's the Skelly boys. You got a 14. You have a +3 to your initiative, which means that is a 17. And the surprise round begins. All the skellies rushing in. Four attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 20 and a 15. What is Lyri's AC, everyone? 13. 2 hits. Lyri pulling out the... in fact... pulling out the shield, which changes your AC to 17. You know what? No. You're not prepared. You're surprised. It's a 13. Pulls out a rapier and defends the first attack that comes in. The second attack parried away, but a wound opens up. No armor on Lyri, remember? You lost your leather armor. It burned up or something in the fire, I think, previously. A wound opening up in the back of Lyri, spinning around, a second wound opening up on the calf. You're really upset. Well, I mean, yeah. When the DM is like, there's stuff here. Would you even like to try and look? And you go, no. Then the skeletons attack, and you're not expecting anything. You know, there's hundreds of you. So yeah, you get a surprise attack, and you go fuck yourself. This is what it is. It's just realistic. You're not prepared for this attack. You're surprised by it. Which means you're not walking in with your shield and up and your sword out. You're just fucking wandering along. La 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 la. And a bunch of skeletons fucking rise up and just start fucking stabbing you. And they're going to cut off the bits of your flesh and wear it for themselves because they need some, because they're skeletons. Fuck you. You GM it next week. You fucking think you're so good at everything. So yeah, you fuck up. You fuck up. All right. So, 2 attacks 1, 7 piercing damage. 2, 4 piercing damage. You take 11 piercing damage. Cool, glad that did absolutely nothing. Why is the fucking thing not updating? Refresh. Hey, who wants to play on Foundry next week? If you do, please subscribe because it's expensive. You have temporary HP. This is why we're using Foundry next week. So you lose. So you were at, what were you at? You were at 28. You took 7 piercing damage, which was the remainder of your temp HP, and then you took 4 piercing. So you're down to 24. 24 HP. Okay. Equipping shield as a free action. Rapier drawn. Nope. 2 more skeleton turns, actually. I lied. Oopsie doopsie. Motherfucker. I lied. 2 more attacks. 1. 18. 2. 18. 8 piercing damage. 5 piercing damage. 13 piercing damage. Down to 11 HP. A knife into the back of Lyri, spinning around trying to defend from these skeletons. They're clicking their fingers and shuffling around Lyri in a circle. Another little knife. The flesh is ours. Soon, boys, we'll be able to return to the world of greased lightning. The skeletons laugh maniacally as they circle Lyri. It is Lyri's turn. What does Lyri do? What does Lyri do? You have a shield and a rapier equipped now. Look, because you know, I know that you people are like, oh, you didn't click it, so I don't know what to do. I've shit myself. Okay. There you go. The shield is equipped. Relax. Take a deep breath, because I know that some of you have got tears in your eyes. Attack melee. Rapier, Vex. Disengage and run away. Move without disengaging. Run away. Use the dodge action. Use the potion of... unholy speech. Summon Diablos. And then some creative options in the chat room, if you would like. Respond in the medium of dance and song. Someone thinks that this is an episode of Don't Die. Say that we only has one skin they would have to share. Make them fight over it. How about a bone instead? Give them the microwave bone hand. There's your options. Away you go. Away you go. I'm going to let you vote on that while I go for a quick PP. How are we looking? Say that we only have one skin and would have to share to make them fight over it. All right. Okay. Let's have a persuasion roll with disadvantage, please. Persuasion roll with disadvantage. 2 reasons. 1, they're engaged in combat with you already. And 2, I'll tell you later. And 2, I'll tell you later. The Bridge of the Damned. A fight for their lives. The Skelly Boys. Quadvantage. You get quadvantage on this. So you get... How does that work? 3 rolls? 2 rolls. You get 2 rolls. A 14. And the next roll will be... We're taking that 14. A 20, but we're taking the 14. Okay. 14 versus... I'm going to be fair. I'm going to roll... Wait, what would it be? Insight? What's insight? Wisdom? Yeah, wisdom check from the leader of the Skelly Boys. Where's that? Does that come up somewhere? Where the fuck is it? There it is. A 12 from the Skelly Boy. Laughing and cackling. Leary says... What did Leary say? Well, you know I only has one skin. So, which one of you gets the skin? Maybe you should figure that out first. They look at each other. Skeletal eyes narrowing at one another. Yeah, she's got a point, you know. The leader of the gang with the biggest bouffant of greased up greaser hair says, I should get it. I'm the leader. The other Skelly says, you ain't the leader. I'm the leader. I've got the biggest hair. I got the biggest bones. I got the biggest jacket. They are distracted. They begin bickering with one another. If you attempt to flee right now, you will not incur an attack of opportunity. Would you like to flee? Yes or no in the chat room. Wait, they're greasers, but they talk like 1920 monsters. Oh, sorry, it's not good enough for Keeper. Oh, I'm sorry, this ain't good enough for Keeper. I have to be fucking bang on my fucking stupid American accent stuff. Hey, Keeper, send me the best fucking German accent you can. I'm sorry this isn't good enough for you. I'm so sorry, I'll do better next time. With your free entertainment that you get. Everyone, if you'd like to subscribe, like Debiru, thank you very much. Nice catch. You caught Sarah in there, Debiru. Good catch. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, they said. We flee. "30 feet away." Leary ducks down and runs away. I'm gonna roll a wisdom check for these guys. If they roll under a 10, they will continue bickering. Would you like to action, surge, and dash? Yes or no in the chat room. Action, surge, and dash. Leary action surges and dashes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You get another one? I think you're gone. I don't think they can catch you anyway. They might be able to actually. You would go again though, right? You'd get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can he catch you? No. You flee battle. Rushing away from the Skelly boys as they bicker. Fleeing and rushing. Suddenly, like dipping into the next area, the castle outhouse, this huge block of iron and obsidian and blackened stone. What do I have? Nothing. I thought I had it prepped. I did not. I thought I had it prepped. I did not. I might be able to prep it right now with unbridled skill. Dipping into I'm gonna need I think a d20. I think roll me a d20. I'm gonna leave it to you guys here to determine what is on the other side of this archway as you rush through the doorway away from the greaser bones Skelly boys and into the prison of hell. Hell's prison, also known as my daily life. Rushing into what is an average day for me. A 4, you want to take that 4 or would you like to roll another one? The choice is yours, chat. Would you like to take that roll? No, they keep him rolling. They keep him rolling, which is great. It gives me a chance to pull up this this thing of this thing of things. The thing of things. Oh no. No, not like this. Not like this. Alright, fine. Have we got a wheel spin, Shadow? Or did you roll a 14? Okay. So, a 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What the fuck is this? What the fuck have you spawned in? Do you exist? Oh my god. This is sick. What the fucking Christ, I've never seen this in my life. What the fuck is this, dude? I need to play some more fucking hell D&D stuff, man. I need to do a descent into Avernus or whatever it's called. Is this your name? Or is this what you are? This is your name? What does this sound like?
Yes. New blood.
A voice from above. Leary ducking under the archway. Back to the wall. Heavy breathing as the skellies turn around.
Where'd she go, huh?
The voice from above, cackling.
Well, what do we have here?
Cages line the walls of the room. Beyond the cages, ancient-looking prisons. These barred cells. Inside them, little hands, large hands, eyes, yellow, red, blue, green. All of these eyes looking and watching the entranceway suddenly dart upwards as a winged person begins to descend from above. Wow. By the way, 14 was the highest number you could have rolled. I thought there were way more than this. So I'm glad that you didn't. Well, I would have just gone around it again, I guess. But this is the according to the list that I just pulled up. This is the most. I think this is the most dangerous thing you could have pulled. No, it's not. It's not the most dangerous thing. That's not true. But it's pretty bad. A pair of bat wings beat lazily, stirring up embers as Titivolus, the lieutenant of Dispater. Is that how you say that? I've read all these words before. Dispater descends from above. Looking up, there is sort of soot gathering, almost like a lava lamp, awkwardly in this room above, sort of catching on the ceiling. He's got quite a slender form with this sort of infernal finery, these fine clothing, a sort of weird mockery of mortal nobility. He's got sort of a human face and humanoid features, at least in terms of his face, body, arms. But his face is twisted into a sort of amused smirk as he lowers himself down, these gleaming cold eyes calculating, sweeping over Lyri. His legs are like a goat's legs, and the polished hooves touch the ground in front of Lyri without a single sound. He says,
A lost soul, adrift in my sea of suffering. How delightful.
his voice drips with malice. The air about this creature hums with latent power. With a flick of his clawed fingers, a scroll appears with living infernal script running like almost like Matrix code down this thing. He glances at it, glances back at Lyri, and says,
You should not be here. Why have you come, Lyri?
I will show you an image of what this guy looks like. Because this is insane, what you have done here. This is what you're looking at. Titivulus. A fucking archduke who serves Dispater, who I don't even think is on this level of hell, right? Which one is that one? Oh, maybe he is. No, we're not in the Forgotten Realm, so it doesn't matter, but this is who you're looking at. You get the sense that this guy is much stronger than you. That to face this creature, to face off against him in his own fucking lair would probably lead to your certain doom. Again, he says, you are not supposed to be here. What are you doing here? What does Lyri do? The choice is yours. Bridge Inspector. Bridge Inspector? Summon Diablos. Maybe they are friends. Call its true name, which is Tivitus. I am here to barter for a soul. Honestly, admin, we're looking for our bestie, Snotflap. Blush and giggle. Murgles. Big transform, polymorph into Murgles. I'm not sure myself. I believe I was pulled here with a friend. Summon Liam. Just here to pick up Snotty, and we'll be out of your head. And then realize he doesn't have any. Out of your way. I've been stranded here by a dragon turtle. I seek my companion. Ask if he's single. Here you go. God, I love hell stuff. I don't want to be such a cliche, you know, but I just I want metal, I want hell, I want all this shit. I should have run Descent into Avernus instead of the bullshit I'm running next on Table Story. God damn it, PB. Why wouldn't you let me do it? I did say to PB, can I run Descent into Avernus? And she said, no. I want you to run some absolute dog shit. I want you to write some absolute painful, fucking horrendous dog shit. And I said, all right, whatever you say, boss. Whatever you say, boss. Whatever you fucking want, boss. And then she laughed like this. She exploded into a fucking... And she exploded into 1,000 bats. And she exploded into 1,000 bats.
Tee-hee.
He's done it. He's bloody done it. Okay, you're going with the truth. The good old-fashioned truth. I'm not sure myself. I believe I was pulled here with a friend. The prison of hell. The enormous and terrifying form of Titivolus, cornering Lyri just by presence alone. Looks Lyri up and down. Lyri injured, bleeding. 11 HP. Says, I'm not too sure myself. I was stranded here. Titivolus says,
You took on a beast much more powerful than you were capable. Yet, your deeds and valor should have earned you a place
his eyes flick upwards.
elsewhere. I suspect you are.
He waits. And then says,
Linked to somebody here. Perhaps in my prison. Would you like to see my menagerie?
his arm swoops backwards across the many cages, across the many cells. Again, in several of them, there are these eyes that are looking out, clawed hands, human hands, tabaxi hands, different hands gripping at the varying bars. In some of them, you see these emaciated little forms, barely sort of skeletal themselves, starved creatures. In some of them, you see twisted forms of monstrous things, aberrations that shouldn't belong. In one of them, a set of glowing eyes just stares, unmoving, locked on to your position. In one of the cages, on the ground level of this prison, in this huge just room, is a blue goblin looking up at Lyri. When they catch eyes, Snotflap's grin widens up. Titivolus looks at Lyri, looks at Snotflap and says,
Ah, yes. This one. I suspect you arrived together.
glancing at his long infernal script scroll, the strange fiery matrix code rushing up the page again, slowing at one point as his eyes focus, and he says,
Oh, this one so very much deserves to be here. I find it curious you are linked in some way. Tell me, would you like your companion back, Lyri?
what does Lyri do? Would you like your companion back? That's an amazing collection. Surely you won't miss that little guy. He's not much to talk to, honestly. That was... that's an amazing collection. The whole thing, please. What? Oh, I know what it is. It's this colon. Yes, please. A deal with a devil. Where's the catch? Yes. Snotflap is a bad goblin, but a good person. Under what terms? At what cost? I'm sensing a theme. Away you go. Can we choose a different one? Slightly too late, but funny. If he would want to give it a try and you'll want him gone, I'll take him. God damn it, I should have given you longer to type. Do we have a wheel spin, Shadow? I think we do. We do the Insta-Rage Debiru one? Or do we not? Oh no, you did do that one, right? 5 gift subs away from another wheel spin if you would like to spin the wheel here. Oh, 3 gift subs away. My apologies, Dirky Dirk. The 50 is still banked. Okay. Liam says, motherfucker, I killed these people. I did it. I killed them. A deal with the devil. Where's the catch? The 51 is still open. I don't know what open means when you say it's still open. You mean it still needs to be spun? I don't know what that means. I'm not. I never said it. Mama never said I was a smart boy. The Lyri looks up at Titivius, and says, "A deal with the devil. What's the catch?" And he says,
Ah, yes, the catch. Oh, there's always a catch. Yes, I think I would be quite happy to part with that one in particular. He's not been a very welcome guest.
Titivilus holds up his hand and there's a little bite mark on one of his fingers. A flick of his wrist and it burns away and heals the injury. Titivilus says,
Perhaps you could do something for me in return. One of your particular skill set. I have a few problems of my own. Complete one of these quests for me, and I shall free your companion.
let's spin the wheel. Because if this lands on quad vantage on your next roll, and then you get another wheel spin, you're at 62. Something good. So this should say, oh, I didn't save it. Lesser wish granted. What do you want your lesser wish to be here? Enemies to lovers. The quest he gives isn't too grueling. Was he looking for that lost medallion? I don't want to skip cool jobs. Is this what you're saying? I don't know what you're saying right now. Snotflap joins us, but is tracked for this mission. Gives us a magical item to help with the quest. Gives us a banging outfit. Infernal outfit. Quest includes double XP. Pet baby dragon turtle. Snotflap gets a demonic upgrade. Toasted ham and cheese sandwich. One day, Dan. One day. We grow devilish horns with powers. We transform into Karlach. We transform into Karlach from Baldur's Gate 3. Hi, Floro. Welcome to hell. I heard Karlakan was summoned. Yeah, that makes sense. Enemies to lovers. He says, well, what do you say to him? Do you accept, yes or no? Do you accept his complete a quest for him in it just comes up on the screen. Complete a quest for Titivolus in exchange for companion? Question mark? Yes or no? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Option yes. Lyri says, fine. What do you need done?
I have 3 tasks available. Complete any of them and you can have your companion back, but first we can't have you looking like that now, can we? Here.
What does it look like? You get the outfit. I know that wasn't the thing, but you get it. You get the outfit. What do you want the outfit to look like? Because I want this to happen. Black dragon scales with horns. Invisible woman's outfit from Rivals. Pink tutu. Deep blue tuxedo. Oh, tuxedo in hell. Tuxedos in hell. June, table story. A one-shot. Leather. About a dozen belts. Skulls and spikes. Active fire effect. Black gala dress with fire emblems that flicker. Reno's Turk outfit. Alright, there you go. Which one? Which one do you want? Ghost Rider in it, yeah. Black dragon scales with horns is the outfit. Close your eyes. Imagine it. That's what it looks like. This works as leather armor. Black dragon scale leather armor. And horns, but they're in like, they're on like one of these things, you know, like a hair thing that you put on. Like they're not real horns. They're like a thing that you put on your head, and they're on, and it's just ridiculous looking. So you have black dragon scale leather armor and horn. What is this called? Hairband?
Ah, yes, much better.
Titivolus leans in and says,
Come with me. I shall show you to the quests.
Lyri looks him up and down. But canonically, you have made it so that Lyri is in love with Titivolus, and Titivolus is in love with Lyri. So, Lyri says, very well, lead on. They walk to Tativolus's private chambers. And as the camera follows them into the private chambers, the door closes. Just like it did in the tavern. The other person who was called Ivory. For another roll in the hay. At the end of another session of Twitch Plays D&D. This time, a roll in the hay with Tativolus, Archduke of the Nine Hells, Lord of the Second Dispaters, Lieutenant, the Viceroy and Ambassador in the Iron Tower and the Prison of Hell. Congratulations. You did it. You slept with the devil. Tativolus. Thank you so much for watching the stream, everyone. I hope you had fun. What a ridiculous session. We can thank Liam for it. We can thank Liam for providing this session by killing us, and Snotflap leading us to have to go into hell. You must escape hell. If you escape hell, you will return to your mortal form. If you die in hell, you die in real life. Not you, Lyri, in the video game. Thanks for watching. We'll be doing D&D again next Sunday, unless I definitely have COVID, which I have something wrong. D&D next Sunday. We'll continue with this. If you like D&D, why not check out Table Story? It's got the best D&D content there is on the planet. We've got a new show on Fridays at the moment. You can watch the first episode of that if you'd like. It's called Don't Die. It's very good. If you want to watch a live stream, Deathless is on in 2 hours-ish. I don't know, because there's daylight savings and it's still confusing me. Deathless tonight. VTM, kinda horror, weird, occult bullshit. New show from me coming up soon. I will hopefully be here tomorrow for another stream. I think I want to play Zelda, if anyone cares. I think I wouldn't mind playing some Zelda tomorrow. So I might do that if I'm here. If I am incredibly unwell, I'm pretty sure I've caught a sickness off of my nephew. So with me, a lot of the time I go, I think I might be sick, and then the next day I feel the worst ever. So it's possible that'll be tomorrow. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully it's not that bad, and hopefully I'm fine. But be prepared that I'm pretty sure that I have another sickness, and I don't know what it's going to do to me. It might kill me, it might not. So the plan is, I think, to play some more Zelda tomorrow. If you want to watch that. Otherwise, check out Table Story. And if you don't want to check that out, I'll see you next Sunday. And if you don't want to watch this next Sunday, I'll see you tomorrow. And if you don't want to watch anything tomorrow, well, I might not be here because I'm sick. And if you don't want to watch any of that, why are you here? What do you want from me? Like, what the fuck do you want from me? Maybe just get a life. Maybe get a fucking life. Get out of here. Maybe go and watch Alistair instead. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for the subs. Yeah, alright, well, see you later. Got anything to say to Tativolus?
Yes.
Oh, did you want to say it?
No.
Okay. See ya.